I'll let you say your own name this time.
I mean,
I'm Casey.
and I'm Nat.
And we're promoting PDX. Wow. I'm Casey.
And I'm Nat.
We're promote PDX. We're here with the Apricots.
Perfect.
Our first question is going to be tomato, tomato. Is it apricots or apricots? Is that a hot topic? We're going to start there and then we'll...
Sure. And there is no... Oh, well, I just wanted you to hold it for me. It's both. I don't know. It depends on who you're talking to in the band. I feel like it's in the band maybe like
it's a split.
70%.
I'm a strong apricot.
I'm an apricot.
I'm a strong apricot.
Yeah,
I think
Jeremy,
I was
apricot.
strong.
Switches up.
Hey,
Switches up.
Yeah.
I've only ever heard you say apricots.
Yeah, I think because I talk to Jeremy sometimes, I now say apricots sometimes, but I'm an apricot. I don't know.
Sometimes it's like in between. Apricot.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, we've asked it like shows, like we like who
It's on
says it,
stickers?
you know, and it's on stickers.
Hell yeah.
We haven't really found a commonality or like why it's one way or the other. Like maybe East Coast, West Coast.
But
where
also
you grew
not.
up.
We've also asked that question, and it has nothing to do with your, like, where you're from.
That's
It's
what I was
not
wondering. If it was
regional
a regional thing.
It's not.
I feel like when, like, if people say the name, like, generally it's apricot, and I feel dumb.
Well, on our T-shirt and our sticker it says "You say apricot, I say apricot."
Mhm.
So, like, we made merch that categorizes us as apricots. But there's still it's a fun way to engage though, because we get to say like, how do you say it?
How do you say it?
I definitely say apricot.
Nice.
Yeah.
Apricot.
You say
Wow.
apricot?
Yeah.
Do you? I love that.
Yeah.
I thought we would say this.
I know, seriously, I thought so too. But yeah, no, it's just how my like grandparents and parents called it. So yeah.
Crevice, crevasse.
Those are two different things.
And it's definitely a crevice.
Really?
A crevasse is like it's a
gully.
hole in a mountain.
I don't know. I didn't actually know that. I thought it was.
But we're both apricot people.
Yeah,
so-
maybe that's it. Are you also a
Maybe it's an
pecan
intelligence.
person?
I don't think I've ever said that word.
That one is regional. That one actually is regional.
Yeah.
Pecan.
Do you say pecan?
Pecan. No one says
You don't.
pecan.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe
pie?
my grandpa does, but we
I was gonna say
had
that.
pecan farms. So. Pecan, maybe. I don't know. Anyways, we want to know your origin story. So maybe you could go by, introduce yourself, and then just tell us how you got together, where you are now, and yeah, whatever you want to talk about. But
Yeah. I guess we can go from like how like chronological order
Yes,
of
I
how
like
we
that.
became.
And it started with Molly and I. We were in college together, and we were living together.
We were freshman year roommates,
Whoa.
paired randomly.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
And then we
Very
sang
lucky.
in an a cappella group, and that was throughout college. And then in our senior, or right before our senior year, we went to school out in Walla Walla, so we started doing some like winery shows, and with our old bandmate Eve. And at that point, we were a trio, and it was an acoustic trio, Pacific trio, and then. What happened?
Yeah, we just started doing it. Like we were just best friends who loved playing music together, and then, you know, you're like, okay, what are we gonna do when we graduate? Like, let's move to Portland and like see if we can make music there. And yeah, we started playing. We introduced a like percussionist, and then we. I
Then
don't
a
know.
bass player.
Oh yeah. Well, and then the pandemic hit, and we had to regroup.
right.
Right, but that was kind of, yes, and that was kind of also the moment where we were like, we want to kind of let this older, like, iteration go and start with a new, like, a fresh, we wanted a fresh sound, and that just felt natural to, like, give it a fresh name, too. And so, yeah, we had our percussionist, and then we added a bass player, Jeremy. And
But like, yeah, I guess I don't know. So the percussionist was my ex, which was complicated. And Jeremy at the time was just longtime friends, and we're like, we really need a bass player. So
I'm really here because of Tinder.
yeah.
All right. Maybe we can get a
Yeah.
sponsor.
Yes, seriously.
And yeah, and I feel like this house is like really essential to like how we all came together too. We moved into this house right after we graduated, and we've been here in some form ever since. Like we've been practicing in this space for now like 6 years.
That's so cool.
Yeah, sometimes it's been in the garage, it's been in the basement, it's been upstairs, but now it's like this is the room we play music in. And then Jake moved in. Here, you talk about yourself and how we came to be here with you.
Yeah, I know Molly from high school soccer,
Yeah,
co-ed rec
fact.
soccer, and I went to high school with a former member of the band, and essentially like helped record and finish the first EP of Pacific Trio, the original band. And then was just kind of like adjacent to the Apricots, was like watching them and was a fan, and these were my friends who made music. And a couple years ago, made a plan to move into this house, moved into this house, and then I kind of like sat in on I sat in on rehearsals in the basement and was like, if you guys ever want me to play along and jam with you, like I'm not trying to get in here, but I will like definitely play with you guys. And then the more we played together, the better it felt, and eventually I was asked to join on full time.
yeah.
They're like, Manny sounds good. They're like, oh, I think we need you to be on the recordings. I'm like, oh, do you want to go on tour with us?
And then I was like, what are we?
Yeah, to DTR. Yeah, for sure.
And then from there we had to let our old percussionist go,
I'm gonna pass this to Logan.
and
Yeah.
we then got a different percussionist in the interim, and then that percussionist left, and then
And then we came to find this
Logan Hayes.
wonderful, wonderful man.
Yeah, no, I was playing with another band on a bill. Like I was filling in for another band, and then I remember it was at the Holocene, and that was like a really cool gig, I thought. And then I was like looking at the bill, and I saw their music out, and I wake up like real early, and I sit in my truck, and it's like my time. Like I miss it on the weekends almost. Like I get there at like 5:20 to 6 in the morning. I sit in my truck and I listen to music, and then I pulled up their song Dream, and I remember like, whoa, this is like really crazy. And I messaged them on Instagram. I was like, I put on my story, and I just said, listen to this song, it will rip your guts out. And I just like, and then I got a message from someone. I think it ended
was
up being
me.
Molly. And then, do you want to jam? Right?
Because you were playing along to it, right? In the.
I wasn't yet. I just posted on my story, I think. I don't think I was. I might have. I don't know.
Played to it.
I sent a video later of me
him, like,
practicing
playing.
to it.
And it was like cosmic, like the universe came together because our previous drummer left like amicably and like gave us notice, but that happened in December. And we were like frantically like interviewing drummers.
We already had a tour put together.
Yeah, it was a little
my
stressful.
God.
And then we had this gig coming up, and Logan like posted our song, and like I think somewhere I was playing along to maybe slow.
No, like I remember, and then you said, "Do you want to jam?" And I was like, at the moment, it was kind of like a big deal to me. I was like, I'm just gonna say yes. Like I was like, sure. And then I came over, and then I did not for a second think it was an audition. I literally thought that like I'm gonna jam with new people. And then after that, like it was there was a you asked me to play Fixin'.
More shows. You're like,
Yeah.
"You wanna
Well, we
hop on
played
these
2
ones
bills at
next one?"
Holocene and then
Oh,
a
yeah.
Fixin'
He
show.
did double duty on his
Wow.
first show ever with us, back to back.
And it was the first show with the other band I was playing with, Blister.
Yeah.
Like, it was like,
Oh, cool.
yeah, so it was like the first. Well, yeah, it's hard. And then we played Fixin', and that was really cool. And then just like
And we
kept-
played one more, I think, right? We had 3.
oh, and then the movie theater.
Mission?
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
Oh, you
Oh,
played
for the
tomorrow?
movie.
Yeah, the movie.
Yeah.
What movie was it? Fun.
There's a movie called Matinee Baby that my friend directed.
Oh, that's so
That
cool.
I did the soundtrack for, and the Apricots were invited to put a song on the soundtrack, so we got to play the
cool.
debut screening of the movie.
That's
so
awesome.
Cool.
Yeah.
Sorry to
It's-
interrupt, and that's really cool.
Our song comes in at the end. It's our song Slow. And it's just this like epic gay sex scene, which I like never envisioned our song being, but it's really fun.
It makes so much sense.
So then, after that, we took Losing forever. And we're like, "Great, you're going to be our drummer forever."
Yeah.
So your EP's been out for about a year this month. Kind of tell us like how you feel now that you've had like a year to like kind of like sit on it and kind of like play it for a while and everything like that.
It's a really good question. I feel like personally, we were actually just talking about this the other day. Like these songs these 4 these 4 songs, this collection of 4 songs, has become kind of like a DNA swatch for us a little bit, and that to me has continued to feel really true. And it also has been out during a pretty like formative year as a band. Like while we were recording it was when we like had to let go of our first drummer, and that was like we were like right at the end of recording that is when we had to let her go. And so there's just a lot that has happened in the year that it's been out, and it's felt like it's kind of has so much like history baked into it, and it feels really good to like share those kind of bits of history and feel like we're playing things that are really true to us. And it also, for me, as like a writer, it feels like a little bit of a goalpost for the other things that I write, which I don't know if that's a good thing or not, but like kind of moving towards like songs that feel as true as those 4 do, because they really do feel just really like special to me and to us. And yeah, I love it. And I have continued to love it. And it's such a special thing to have that we got to make. And I think it's the first of many things that we're going to do, but it's just such a, like, I'm so proud of the first thing that we got to make. And it's just gotten like such good feedback, and I'm so happy it resonates with other people. And yeah.
That's
I
awesome.
can chime in on that a little bit.
Yeah, please.
I feel like this was, since this group has changed so much from the trio to these 4 to the not these people, and then just so many
Yeah.
different people leaving, it's been hard to find and get some consistency. And the EP was the first time. Cam helped us. Cam, who helped produce, really helped us a lot. Just like kind of tie it all together and find a sound. And then after that, it was very exciting to be like, yes, like there it is, and we have something to move on from, and to like kind of go forward with. And then now that we have these 2 are more like full time, that I'm super excited for this kind of almost new. It was like the EP was kind of like the base stone, kind of like the foundation where we can build up from here.
Yeah.
And so I'm really excited for kind of future stuff. But love listening to it. Yeah.
That's really cool. I'm excited.
Yeah,
Because I
same.
love the EP. I was listening to it all day at work. So.
Nice.
Yeah, it's such a great way to look at like an EP too, especially because like people I feel like typically, especially with their first, are kind of like, oh yeah, there were some parts that I like wish I would like change or different things like that, and it's so cool hearing like a really like, I don't know, emotional and like positive like look back on something. Like, I don't know, that's very like genuine and nice. I don't know, I really love that.
Thanks.
I think I'll like to piggyback on that a little bit or to respond to it. I don't know if this is the right time to say this, but we're going to be releasing a live version of the CP.
We were
Great.
actually gonna ask about it. That's great.
So we currently on YouTube have these 4 videos out it's a music video essentially for each song on the EP that our friends over at Fordham Films filmed here in this room, and we recorded, mixed and mastered it ourselves and released it, and we just took the audio and we're just going to re-release that so it's out on its own on Spotify and all the streaming services and DSPs, so that it's like our little anniversary like celebration of here's these songs. One of the things that I think is really cool about that is people can kind of hear how different it sounds when we're doing it not in a studio. It is with one of our former drummers, so like it is even a little different now when we play it live, and I think the flexibility and musicianship all of us have allows us to iterate differently on these songs every time we play them and kind of come up with newer and better ideas for how to like make it still fun and feel good for us, because I think we all get a little bored and antsy, and we're like, what if we switched it up? What if we like day before the show change this part and it's fun, and it usually goes really well. So yeah.
Variety is the spice of life.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
It's really awesome. I was gonna ask that question where it's kind of like, how often do you feel like you're kind of like cooking up like different songs kind of the same song or iterations of the songs? Like it's so cool, like even seeing a band multiple times in like the same year, and like a set can be like kind of totally different. Like do you all, that does seem like y'all feel like you kind of have like a difference between studio versus like live?
Yes.
We do like vary a lot too, because we can like play really stripped down, kind of like quieter like acoustic sets.
Cool.
Sometimes we break out the upright bass, and so we kind of have to improvise to what room we're playing in. So we do have like a variety of different ways to play these songs, and that has kept it kind of fresh. But it does get to a point where it's hard to just like leave a song alone and move on. You know, there's always something to change.
Of course.
It's funny, like when I was like learning the songs, it was all fresh and all new to me. So then when we're like changing the new fresh songs that I listen to every 5 minutes, like 90% of my practicing is just like drilling into my memory. So then we're like, but we're gonna change it. Like, okay, all right, that's cool. No, but it's like I remember listening to the EP, and like I've played with a few different groups, and it was shocking to me. Like, it was really cool that each one like was it seemed like strategic. Like there was a really soft, slow one that was like a lullaby, and then there was kind of a fun like upbeat, and then to me, slow was almost just like this heat wave of sound that just like came through, and it was just really, I don't know, just unique, and I don't know, a really cool feel. But it was all, I was like coming into it as like fan, so they created them and I was just like trying to learn them. But it was cool.
I also feel like, and this is something that an old friend of ours, Adam Howard, said this to us really early on, but he has Duke of Norfolk, amazing music, and he kind of told us while we were recording with you, way back in the day, that there's such a, this might even sound stupid, but the art of recording is so different than the art of performing, and they're two different like beasts in a way, and embracing that while also being true to the recorded stuff has been a really fun kind of challenge, and allows variety to come in and lets us kind of scratch an itch of making things different, but also keeping like little anchor points throughout each song of like, this is like kind of like the DNA of the song, like this is the thing that makes the song the essence of the song, you know, and keeping that alive while also getting to kind of play a bit. And like every show is different, it's a different moment in time that won't ever happen again, and getting to really like have fun with that has been cool.
Oh yeah, I love that.
Wow. You just took 2 of our questions. The next question was, and you answered this, but the opposite, because I feel like most bands say it can get tiring to play the same songs, especially a year from now. So it's really cool that you're changing it up each time. But is there a song you love the most? I guess each of you can answer this.
Whoa. I'll let you go first.
my like non-answer to this question is that there's a song in particular that we don't play that I really love, that we have played before, that I feel like I'm always pushing to play it because it's the first song that I listened to when this was Pacific Trio that like heavily impacted me and like hurt in that like great way that I was like, I want to just go to every show I can. I will like be a part of this for the rest of my life in whatever way that looks. And I think the impact that song had on me made me want to play it. And so we don't play it. And so it's like that is my favorite. And
Is it Walls?
it's Walls.
Walls.
Yeah,
It's on Spotify, right?
It is on
yeah, but we don't play it. We played it once.
Yeah.
Oh sure, I've played it like
Listening
3
to it in the
times,
audience, I was
maybe.
like, what is this song?
Of the songs that are out, if I had to choose,
You do have to choose.
of the four that exist, I don't think
mean,
it's
it's
I.
out.
It's out.
I think
Walls
it's.
is out. That can be the
But
one.
on
That can be the one. That counts. If
That
that's
would
your song.
count.
I'm going. I don't think you need me anymore. Is definitely that's my real answer.
Okay.
My real Apricots answer is I don't think you need me anymore.
Nice.
So
Yeah.
not backing it up.
As Jake said, I don't think you need me anymore is my favorite song to play live because it feels like the most like challenging in a I know I can do it way. I think there's some songs where it's like hope this goes well, but that one always feels like a good representation of like a challenge that we've worked hard at, and it seems to work every time. We also have a little guitar harmony moment that I live for, and has a really sick bridge that I love.
Wow, I had so much time to think, and I also love the song that we don't play that Jake talked about. The first time Chloe played it was when we had just moved into this house, and it was our rooms were right next to each other upstairs, and she played it, and I was like, oh. So I do feel like it was the start of the sound that we have today. But of the songs that we do play, I really love Slow. I think that it's kind of morphed in a couple different ways, and I get to do this like spoken word bit in the middle that's like lets my inner like high school drama kid come out.
It's so good. It's the best part of the whole song.
And yeah, I like Logan said it earlier, it's like a heat wave. It's like, it's playful, and I do feel like, yeah, it's another DNA song. So yeah, I love playing that.
Yeah.
For you.
It's slow. Slow's like slow's so good, and then it's crazy because like, I don't know. I was always playing like really fast, playing hard. And I remember the first time I was playing that song, I remember Molly was saying it in the nicest way ever. This is like an intimate room. I'm like, do you want me to play not loud? And I was like, no, I can play not. But when we play that song, the walk around thing, like they lay on the ground live, like they'll all lay down.
I can't lie down.
And then I can't either, but we like do something. But it's so good. It's just that song is really good.
I do love to get to lay down. How often do you get the opportunity? I mean, I could probably just lay down the whole time. That would be my thing, you know.
Yeah.
As far as songs, did you say it had to be something that is off the EP? Or was it just favorite song to play live?
And then what was another one?
I'm going to say Slow off of the EP. Same reason as it's just like any time of the day, whatever. If I had, 18 beers that day, or if I just woke up and it's 7 a.m., I could play that song. I feel like, I probably couldn't sing it very well, but I can play it. But I really love playing our new song "Clouds." I think that one is just the most fun for the bass. I'm just kind of I get to move a lot, and I also get to just kind of hold, simple grooves, and to go from that to back and hold it. It's just a lot of fun to play.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
Speaking of, yeah, it seems like y'all are in the process of recording some new music right now. How's that kind of feeling? Like, do you feel like the band is starting to take like a different approach, or you feel like after hearing more about like the old or the year-old EP, like it seems like you still have a lot of love for that. Like, is there still going to be a lot of that like DNA in the new project, or how do you see it kind of coming right now?
I have thoughts about this. We're very excited to be recording with Ryan Oxford, who's just down the street from where we live, which is awesome. He has Color Light Therapy Studios. I'm going to butcher it, and it's going to be on YouTube, and we feel terrible. He's an awesome recording engineer and mixing engineer. He's really good at what he does, and I think we've talked a lot about how we want to approach recording this record, and we've been talking about like how many songs, and like are we sure we want those songs, and like how are we going to do this. And I think we're all really excited to incorporate a more organic approach and or an approach that feels more like we're doing it in this room, because we just play so well in this room, and like we're still going to do overdubs, but like largely we're going to do a lot of this stuff in like one big take as a big group, to get that kind of feeling of playing together. And it will be different, and we're really excited about the difference between what we like move into from where we have come from, I think. And we'll probably just like be working on it nonstop until we're in the studio, and then we'll probably still be like, I don't know, should we play that differently? I got you. I hope, unless you want to.
I am so excited to make new music. I feel like there was like like Jeremy kind of said, there was a lot of unknown, a lot of transition happening, and when it comes to like changing like band members and band drama and all that stuff, like it can just really like hinder creative spirit in a lot of ways. And I think we persevered and like have been able to like stick together as a project, and I am so happy about that. That also means like reiterating and reteaching like a set list, which like we've done that now like 3 times, which is great, and it has given us a lot of time to perfect and polish. And I think that there's some perfectionism that I suffer from time to time, but just the act of writing new stuff and getting to like bring it to everybody, and getting to hash it out and shape it out, and that's like just so fun to me, and I am so excited to be doing that with these songs that now kind of feel old. Like the new ones that we're going to record now at this point feel old to me in some ways. So I'm just really excited to get them down into a more concrete form, and whatever we decide, that will be what they are. And there is such beauty to that. And but I just can't wait to have more stuff to work on. Also, recording is just the best, and it's so fun. And getting to do it in a new studio we got to go and visit a little bit ago, and it's going to be just great. It's going to be really fun. So I can't wait. I'm really excited.
I think we've been really excited because obviously the EP came out a year ago, but we had recorded it like almost a year before it came out, maybe?
May.
Yeah, like 6 months.
Well, like
before.
started in February, and then so I'm really excited to like be going into it feeling like we're really like unified as a group and feeling really strong, and like I do think we had a lot of drama like previously, and that did make it hard, and I think that we believed in the music that we're playing so much that we like stuck it out because we're like, it's worth it. Like, we love what we're doing. And I know Chloe and I have believed in this project for, you know, many years, and it's felt so affirming to have people come into it who really want to be here, like Jeremy, Logan, Jake, and be like, yeah, like, I'm so excited to play and like create. So yeah, that just feels really good, and I think it's gonna be so great to get into the studio and do it together.
It's
Yeah,
gonna be so cool.
yeah, it's gonna
The
be
new
good.
song slap.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Really good.
Yeah,
That's what I'm excited for. These slap.
yeah. And some of them we've been playing for a while, and some are like fresh. I feel like there's a couple of freshies.
Yeah.
But I've been playing them to myself.
One was like made over a voice memo. Or
Yeah.
at least
amazing.
like it was a voice
Yeah.
memo. Like Chloe sent a
Yeah.
voice memo, and then I geeked out and went to my little
Yeah,
practice space and recorded drums, and then I sent it. I was like laughing. Hey, this is like. And then Jake you put bass over it,
Woke up,
And
yeah.
and I
Yeah.
swear that's like the song, like as where it's at.
Yeah.
That's kind of current. It was just
amazing.
over like I don't know, 2 nights.
Yeah.
We'll release the demo version.
I love the demo.
I would like that.
I love the demo so much because there's, when you're doing a demo like that, it's a little more carefree.
Yeah.
And then you're like, that's what I love. And then when you take something like that to record it, you're like, where did it go? And it's because you
Demo
you
love.
tried to make it something. Yeah.
Release the
So-
demo.
Yeah.
for
But
us.
yeah.
Cool. I think I want to pull out the whiteboard now.
Oh sure.
I think this is a
Bring
good
out the
point to know
whiteboard.
your goals.
The White Claw.
the white claw. And the white claw.
And the white claws. Pull out the whiteboard and the white claw.
I feel like this is a product of the same kind of energy we were just talking about. Like it's taken quite a bit to get 5 people in a room with the same shared goal and shared vision, but when you actually get down to what that means, it's like logistically a nightmare to have a dream, you know? Like it's really hard.
That's a good. That was really nice.
So we have our goals here,
Like,
right? 3
so-
months, 9 months, 6 month, 1 year.
We took like each a couple days to each hash out our own individual goals, and then came together and had a summit meeting of the minds and distilled it down into what we think are like the main parts.
So walk us through it.
Maybe some
We
highlights.
don't have to go through every goal, but yeah, I mean, it's,
There's like music and there's music goals, and then there's like the back end goals
Yeah.
and the things to support the music, including like social media and which is its own beast.
I think we've just learned a lot. Like we're doing sort of a band book club. You finished the book.
No.
No, you finished. Jeremy finished the book.
Jeremy
Okay,
finished
Jeremy finished it.
That's impressive.
We're all in our own time, but it's about how to make it in the new industry, and it's like half of it is the music and half of it is marketing, promoting yourself and like reaching people, because it's like you have to break through the noise, and that's like every artist's struggle right now. And so we're lucky to like be here as a team, like, you know, with every Tuesday we have like band business meeting, and oh nice. Yeah, so I think it's been really good for us to kind of like have a timeline and ideas of where we want to be in a year. And yeah, Moa.
Something I'm realizing isn't on here is making money.
it comes with some.
I
of
feel
these
like that's
things.
just not in
We'll
one
get
year.
there. It's a 5-year
That's
plan.
not
you
part of
know?
the 1 year.
Yeah, we did have we talked about 5-year plans and 10-year
Spending
plans.
money.
We talked about 20-year plans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like it was really interesting because like we were texting about it, like let's have our the areas for when like 3 months, 6 months, whatever, like 2 years, whatever. And it was really interesting seeing everyone's perspective of like what was a priority for them. Like for me it was, I don't know, I remember like it would be really cool to sell out this room, or something, get a certain amount of pre-sales or something like that. And then there was just interesting, like, some people would just like, I want this on a tour, like I want to tour more, or and then Chloe was consistent with the songwriter thing, like I want to have 10 new songs in 1 year, right? And I forgot about the songwriting. Oh yeah, we got to do that part.
We need news.
But it was cool seeing everyone's like goals, like because they were different, you know.
This whiteboard's also where we write our set lists.
I love that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Will you take a picture of it then, or do you
Usually.
bring the?
We don't
the-
bring
Oh yeah, this doesn't.
This
Bring it up on
is-
stage.
We have smaller whiteboards, but they haven't come with us yet.
Okay.
Yeah, take a picture and then we'll write it down
Yeah.
and have them
Yeah,
Classic.
like.
We don't have a printer, so.
This is
amazing.
we're playing in
Anymore.
Bend.
Oh, cool.
This coming Saturday. So this is our set list for Bend. So
Yeah.
I like it.
This
really
board,
cool.
in theory, will look very different in
Yeah.
even like, a few months. It'll.
And it kind of holds you accountable. For like you,
Yeah.
you have like
Hell yeah.
a TikTok like goal, and one of the TikToks has like some streams on it.
I
It's pretty sick.
Let's go.
It's crazy if you actually just like do it, like how that.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
Yes.
You know,
we
you
can totally
you might be teaching
relate.
us something.
Yeah.
Write your goals
You have to just
We need to get a whiteboard, is what I'm learning.
Yes, seriously.
Oh no, this is amazing.
Yeah.
It's really cool too. I think like just hearing you talk about the music and then hearing you talk about business, it's clear that you each have your own vision and strength, and I don't know, it just works, and you can tell by hearing you talk about it.
Yeah.
We kind of come together and we're kind of noticing each other's strengths a little
Yeah.
more, and so over time we can kind of allot tasks a little easier, and I kind of feel like when I know is my time to stand in, and other times I'll be like,
Yeah.
maybe just don't.
They know
stand
better.
there.
Yeah, Chloe assigned us. Chloe assigned us jobs.
That's awesome.
You got
cool.
to.
You,
You have to.
I assigned.
Yeah, everyone
with-
needs one.
You guys agreed.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, I'll do that.
I got the garbage duty.
Yes, let's go.
So, we have to drive.
So, with all that, and talking about different shows and stuff like that you're gonna be doing, how do you feel like the Portland music scene has kind of like shaped your band, or like what are some of the things that y'all have like taken from the Portland music scene?
It rocks.
Yeah, it really
rocks.
does.
It's so. It's like so supportive. Like it really is something that I feel like since we started playing as Pacific Trio like 6 years ago now, like the amount of support is amazing, and it really is like we came here and I didn't like know anybody. I did not grow up here, and sorry, I just used my hand.
I love it.
And just the amount of hey, love your music, like, do you want to join a bill, like, hey, when you playing, like, and then seeing the people actually come and actually stay for the whole three people on the bill, like 3 projects, that is so cool. And from like the other, I haven't played really in any other cities, but like visiting and touring a little bit, it's like not common really for people to show up for the whole thing and stick it out and like buy merch, and I think that investment from other people, it just like kind of recycles and comes back to like, man, I just like want to do that again. Like I just want to keep going, and I want to play, keep playing because people want to listen and genuinely like show that to us, and that has been like just so kind, so many kind people, and yeah, it's just it's really special. Also, the amount of rooms, the amount of small like sub 200 rooms is so incredible for artists who are not like bigger and not able to sell out like 500 cap rooms or whatever. Like that's invaluable, like to have that amount of space and diversity and like across the city of like where you can play. Like when we first were playing, we were playing like every week a couple different places, and that rocks, and that really does allow you to practice like being on a stage in front of a crowd and getting to connect and network and stuff.
I agree. I think we love being in this community, and it's felt so good. I don't know, just the whole 6 years. We were playing like open mics every week when we first came, and we met a lot of cool people that way. And I think, we started as like a folk harmony acoustic trio, and so we were in sort of a different, bubble of it. But when we started, adding more instrumentation and like changing our sound a bit, I think we felt like we were welcomed into like other, I don't know, sects of the community. And I think it's been really cool to, discover that there are other bands like, there's always another cool band to discover. And that feels really exciting.
Yeah. It was cool. Like, I had little goals of like playing rooms, like certain rooms. Like I remember like Mississippi, like something. I'll email the booker and just nothing, And then it was like a goal to play Mississippi, and right before, like that was on the books when I was not like a thing in here. So I was like, is that anyone gonna play the Mississippi show? But then in the meantime, like I got to play it 4 times last year.
Wow.
And then like some really cool and then I love the music scene in Portland. Like there's so many pockets. Like Ron Tom's Sundays, like the Sunday sessions was my conduit on how to find local bands. Like those were the pinnacle of like, I thought, and then we got to play that. That was amazing.
Oh, so sorry.
So then it's just all these avenues, and everyone who's heard of these guys, they just know them as just being really nice people. Like there was never any hesitation, and I was just really, I don't know, I was hyped to be able to play with them.
Speak for yourself.
And it was fun because like when you get good feedback from people in the scene, across different genres and pockets and cliques or whatever, it was all good.
That's awesome.
That's really cool.
They're so supportive. There's really a lot of support within the music community in Portland, and I do love that there's venues for all kinds of genres. I mean, if I wanted to find country music tonight, I could. If I wanted to find some synth pop, I could just find it very easily. Yep. Or I could just walk down the street and go to Alberta Street Pub. Like there's something near. Every neighborhood kind of has this little place. And one of my favorite things is going to a show and seeing other bands just coming to see these guys, And I'm like, I don't really know these guys. Like, how do you know them, And also same thing where at our own shows is like seeing other bands at our shows. I'm like, that is awesome because it's not just talk. Like, people are always like, hey, let's be friends. And like, but here I actually see that people are actually cool and are supportive.
Yeah, totally. That's really cool.
Yeah, it's like really, it's when you think about it, it's the fact that people get up and go out of their house and like spend money to then support something that you're making and doing is like, if you think like a little bit about it, that's so incredible to me. And people will do it. Like they'll say that they're gonna go and then they do it. And that's just, I don't know. That sounds silly as I'm saying it out loud.
Instagrams about
yes.
I mean, there's so much good music. We gotta show it to everyone. It's crazy.
It rocks. It's so cool what you guys are doing, and like it's amazing. It's awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah, we live for that, so keep it coming.
Yeah, seriously.
Well, that's like if I have a free night or something and I want to see some music, I'll pull up the Instagram.
Actually,
that's happening tonight.
I just this morning was talking to my dental hygienist about you guys.
No.
And she's like, I need the name, and I wrote it on a little post-it. She's like, I have to know. I love music, and I want to know all the shows. Like, this is, if you want to know about music in this city, this is your resource. And she was
right. We need more dental hygienists in the Portland music scene.
I could use one too.
Same.
Yeah,
She was hyped. She was really hyped.
Okay, well, we'll end on a quick question before we get to true or false.
Yeah.
if you want to shout out any of your favorite local bands. I know there's probably a ton,
Good
but
cue, dude.
Rapid fire if you want.
cue.
Just
Rapid
yeah.
fire.
Like,
I can't go first. Then.
God. Haley Johnson.
Nice.
amazing.
Yeah.
Night Heron.
Yep.
Kendall Lujan.
Oh, yeah.
40 feet tall.
40
Yeah.
Friends.
Hell yeah.
I love Johnny's Day Out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love Johnny's Day Out.
Yeah.
I love Nothings.
Yeah.
Love those guys. Like, I want to play. I've been trying so hard to play with them. Let's play.
Ancient
If you're
Fools.
watching, let's put it together.
Max Marcos is great.
Oh, yeah. Golden Boys.
Ray Ramona.
Golden
Ross,
Boys.
Ray Romano.
Big Ray Ramona fan.
Man.
God, I feel like we're like totally.
Jajoma.
Trees.
Yeah.
Jeopardy Blue.
Ooh,
Yeah. Man, there's a lot.
I know it's so hard. Like
Yeah.
you can't like even in like I feel like
Mind Parade.
yeah you can just like keep
Yeah, I
going
know.
just constantly.
Yeah. And we will.
I have a list on my phone, like a crazy list.
Yep.
Of all, and I'll be like watching. I'm like, I'm gonna write this. Hell Nancy. I'm just
Oh yeah.
really
Love
good
that
band.
music.
Yep.
That's true. Didn't they play the night that we hung out for the first time?
Another
I
Ryan
don't
Oxford.
Tinder Girl.
Tinder Girl.
Tinder Girl's amazing.
First days.
Do you remember Novocaine?
Oh
I
yeah,
love
Yeah.
Novocaine.
Yeah.
Yep.
One of the
Yes.
first shows I ever played in Eugene was with Novocaine.
that's
I don't
awesome.
think they're doing it anymore.
Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah.
The music lasts forever.
Non-binary
super
girlfriend.
good.
Non-binary girlfriend. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So many good ones.
Phone voice.
Spoonbenders.
I know.
Spoonbenders.
You're like
We
a
were
quick
just-
question. We're like,
Yeah.
watch out.
Quick question. Yeah.
500.
Hours later.
It
Yeah.
really is hard to
We'll name
stop,
every
so-
Yeah.
band.
Oh, Jackie and the
Yeah,
Beast Mud
yeah.
for sure. Oh, Unspeakable Carnage. Have you heard of Unspeakable?
No.
Wild
You can't
bands.
speak about
They're
it.
so
Yeah.
A Satos.
What's the genre? Would you like define it
good.
as?
Unspeakable Carnage?
Yeah.
Is exactly what it sounds like.
Okay,
Yeah, that's
good.
Yeah.
Creed.
All right.
That's amazing.
All right. Are y'all ready for true or false?
I'm
scared.
Is this like one at a time or everyone all at once?
Truth or dare?
So
Okay.
you guys can have like one answer.
Okay.
One answer.
Okay.
But try to be quick.
Okay.
We stole this from a podcast that
Nice.
I listened to and his girlfriend listens. Do you listen to it?
Oh yeah.
What podcast is it?
Nice.
So true with Caleb Beer.
Mhm.
Comedian. I don't
Yeah.
know. Anyways,
Really
shout out to
funny.
them releasing their idea.
Close friends with Waxahachie.
Yeah.
Very
Oh,
strange
sick.
connection,
Yeah.
but
It's from-
like
All right, true or false? Shania Twain is a distant relative of Huckleberry Finn author Mark Twain.
False.
False. False.
False. Okay, I'm gonna say true, but you say false.
Oh, man. I don't know.
I want it to be true.
It's
True.
Yeah,
is
true.
that 3 true?
I'm gonna say true.
True.
It's
No.
false.
No. I changed my mind.
Do you wanna
Okay, we need to.
No, go ahead.
We need to converse.
Yes,
Yeah, converge.
Okay.
Radiohead's Tom York's real name is not Tom or even Thomas. It's John.
False.
False.
True.
My girlfriend's
His name's
gonna
Tom
kill me
York.
if I get this.
Okay, we'll go with false.
I'm going false.
We'll go false.
As a band, we have to have one answer. So
What?
false.
Are you going false?
Yeah.
All right, it's false. Good
Woo!
job.
Wait, it's Tom York.
It's
His name's
Tom.
Tom York.
It's right. Yeah. The only member of ZZ Top without a beard is called Frank Beard.
I want it to be true.
Wow. That's
What?
true.
Let's say true.
No
Let's say
clue.
true.
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 Wow.
Yes.
Killing
Elvis
it.
Presley had a twin brother.
I never heard about it.
That sounds like a conspiracy
I don't
theory.
even
I'll
know.
go
Yeah,
false.
I'm going false.
Paul McCartney's dead.
No.
False.
You say false?
Yeah.
It's true.
Wow.
Okay. True or false? The Bee Gees took their name from an Irish family friend who often said "bejesus" when they were growing
True.
up.
I'll say
True.
False.
Made that one up? That's what happened?
Jesus.
I liked it. I liked that.
All right. When you
True or
got-
false? First ever music video played on MTV was "Video Killed the Radio Star."
Oh.
Whoa.
Ooh, I kind of feel
False.
like it's true.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'll
I'm
go
going
with-
for
I'll-
true.
Sure.
Okay, let's go true.
True.
Although, for the record, I'm going to say false.
Yeah.
True is correct.
Oh, well, we were
So,
wrong.
for the record, Chloe is wrong.
Chloe and Jake wrong.
True or false? Freddie Mercury was born in England.
False?
Man, I don't know things.
Well, his
I'm gonna say
parents are
false.
Pakistani, right? Was he born in Pakistan?
True.
I think it's true.
True.
True, fine. Well, you
I don't know.
I'm gonna say false.
But I'm guessing.
As a
false.
band, we
I
say
think
false.
It's false. It's Tanzania.
Nice.
Okay, so I was wrong.
Nice
about
into
my
it.
bad. Cut the Pakistan shit.
True. Oh, we were special
The real
guys.
star.
Good timing.
I said good girl.
Dog break.
Oh.
All right, this one's for you.
This one's for you now.
True or false? Ludwig van Beethoven was deaf.
Oh,
True.
someone was deaf.
Right?
He was
Wasn't
wasn't
Beethoven
he
was-
partially deaf?
Yeah.
Deaf?
Beethoven was deaf.
Yeah. Yes. True.
True.
Yeah, the
Good
vibration.
job.
He played on the ground. Yeah, couple of
Right.
times.
Okay, this one's big. True or false? Justin Bieber has a fear of oranges and specifies that each venue he plays must be cleared of them before he enters the building.
I hope that's true.
I want true.
I'm gonna say false.
I know.
I
I will
like
say
it.
true.
That's a
I think it's
extreme.
cool. I think you should.
I
It's
like
true.
It's clearly false. That's that is crazy.
You can be afraid
That
of
would be
anything.
amazing.
Play with him.
One of our best friends from college had a real fear of oranges.
Oh, is that like actually a
Yeah,
thing?
she was like really afraid
Maybe
of
it's not
them.
clearly false. No wonder you said true. That makes sense. then.
Yeah, we're like, yeah,
Yeah.
that's a thing.
That's
like
like
Annie.
This is real.
I don't know if she'd go so far as to clear a venue.
Yeah.
But
I used
When
to
we
be
played
Justin
the Rose
Bieber.
Festival, they gave us stuff like in the green room. Remember, they gave us Doritos,
Yeah.
and I took like all the Doritos.
Good.
But then the next guy, the brothers, the Talbot brothers, they had so much stuff. Like, how do you get
They got
stuff?
whiskey.
And I took their.
They're
Oh,
Doritos.
that's going on my dog.
They'll never play with us.
They're really nice.
They were really
Super
nice.
cool.
They're really
Yeah.
cool.
Handsome.
Sorry about the chips.
They're really handsome.
I also took your whiskey.
Okay, next one. True or false? Only half of U2's members were actually born in Ireland.
I don't know.
Ah,
It's like a My
True.
Chemical Romance
True.
like question.
It's true.
I can.
Okay, true or false? Lady Gaga's Telephone was originally written for Beyonce.
That sounds
True.
like it
True.
could be true. Let's say true.
False. Britney
What?
Spears.
Trick question.
Good question.
wasn't Beyonce on telephone?
No.
False.
No, but
She and Lady Gaga had a song together. And I think it was telephone.
was it Telephone?
What?
I think it was.
True or false? Rapper Vanilla Ice's real name is Robert Van Winkle.
I'm gonna say false.
Just the sounds.
She's a
Because
powerful
she
woman.
it could be afraid of anything.
Thunder is the only thing that can match her. It is true.
She's human. Yeah.
Jimi Hendrix played guitar right-handed.
False.
False.
Categorically false. He was left-handed.
You're correct.
Played upside down left-handed.
The Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Long-Haired Men was founded by David Bowie.
Sick. I hope, yeah. True.
This is true for fun.
I want it to be true.
Is it
Sure.
What is it?
It is true.
That's so
This is the Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Long-Haired Men.
Nice.
Says
So what is the
beautiful
length?
world.
No, yeah, where's the length
I
requirement?
might be in it.
Yeah, you could be in
Mine
it.
doesn't cut it.
I
but
do
yours
think
does.
Logan has the longest hair in the
Thank
band.
you. You didn't have to
so-
say that. It means a lot. That's awesome. I'm working on it.
True or false? Lady Gaga named her new album Joanne after her late aunt who died at the age of 19.
True. I know that.
True.
True.
That is true. McKenna, what'd they get? How many did they get right?
Just keeping score.
Almost.
Wow.
Amazing. Fun. Well, we'll do one more because you talked about her earlier. Sabrina Carpenter's dad is the chief marketing officer at Topgolf.
Oh,
Whoa.
So
I would guess
specific.
true.
Sure.
Sure.
Yeah, why
True.
not?
So
False, it's Claro's.
oh, that's right.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, thank you all very much for
thank
doing
you.
this.
Yeah, thank you so much.
It was so great.
Hell yeah.
Cool.
Great. Sick. Good job, y'all.
Thank you.